Hi, hello, hope you're in fine voice. Probably the biggest question I'm asked is, what is the right voice for a voiceover? Or have you got the right voice? Have I got the right voice for voiceovers? That's what people contact me about. Typical thing is I get a phone call from someone and they'll say,
"Oh, hello, can you tell me, have I got the right voice for voiceovers, please? Can you tell me?"
and I say, well, I've only listened to you for a few seconds.
"Well, surely you can tell just from listening to my voice."
And I have to say, well, no, sorry, it's about much more than that. Your voice is just the instrument. It's just the kind of starting point, really. What you do with it is far more important. All your voice does is gives you a position in the marketplace. So it will tell the potential clients what kind of voice you are, so whether you're male or female, whether you're young, middle-aged, old, whether you've got an accent or haven't got an accent, and so on. All those things, the timbre of your voice and so on. And largely that's, of course, a subjective interpretation to some extent. So if you're asking yourself, have I got the right voice for voiceovers? You're asking the wrong question. And you should be asking questions that are more like this. Am I confident with my reading ability? It's absolutely fundamental to what you do as a voiceover artist. Because you're reading scripts. That's what you're doing, isn't it? If you think about what does a voiceover artist do? What does a voice actor do? Well, they read words and bring them to life. So you've got to be confident with your reading ability. Another question, am I willing to invest in learning and home recording? Look, it's a journey at the end of the day. It's a journey of learning. You've got to learn to be able to make the words dance off the page. You've got to learn to be able to record yourself and edit yourself, do some very basic editing. And so that's really important. And so the training, any coaching you do, whether it's self-taught or you're going to go to a coach, but you're going to learn about you and your performance. That's absolutely crucial to what you do. And also the home recording. You need to learn how to do that as well. Could I run a small business selling my voiceover services? So many people just ignore the business side, but that's what you're doing. You're selling your voice. You're selling your voice on the open market. So you've got to learn how to run a business. You're not running Apple or Microsoft or Nike or anything like that, or Coca-Cola, but you are running, as a little entrepreneur, solopreneurs, as they sometimes say, in the same way you would if you were doing, I don't know, if you were a photographer and you were doing portraits and things or weddings for people. You'd have to still run that business, wouldn't you? In the same way that we do as voiceover artists. The other one is, would I be prepared to spend time and money promoting my voice? Well, it kind of harks back to the businessy side to things, doesn't it? Of just trying to run a professional outfit, your professional services, really. But you've got to be prepared to spend a bit of money. And time. One of the big things is not the investment in money, but it's investment in time. And if you've got a very, very busy life, how are you going to fit that learning in? How are you going to fit that voiceover career in? Even if it's part-time, you can do it part-time, but you've got to allow the time to do it. Do I take rejection personally? Some people sadly do. When a client comes back to you and says, "Oh, I don't like the way you said that word or that phrase, or you mispronounced something, or I just wanted a little bit quicker or a little bit slower," some people take umbrage at that and they go, "Oh, they're criticising what I'm doing." Well, that's the role of the client. You are their customer, and you need to make sure that what you do fits in with their requirements. So you've got to be prepared for the knocks, and you've got to be prepared to take criticism, really, and be rejected. Because 99% of what you do, possibly 90 to 99%, will be rejected. Your auditions will be. And if you're not prepared to do that, and it's the same in any creative art, whether you're an actor, singer, a dancer, artist, you'll be rejected most of the time. And you have to have a bit of a tough skin to try and deflect that. Don't let it get you down. Tough. I know, it is tough. Am I prepared to learn new skills such as recording at home to a high standard? And we harked on about this a little bit earlier about the home recording. But you've got to reach a certain threshold, a certain quality threshold. It's no good just recording on your phone or on your laptop or whatever, or on your iPad. The microphone is just not good enough. And you've got to make sure your acoustics are good. It's no good spending a load of money on a microphone and then recording in the bathroom or the kitchen, or recording in a room that's very echoey or is very noisy. You've got to just make sure that's right. And you've got to be able to do your editing. So really sort of going back to what we were saying earlier, your editing is important. Learning to use your software, whether it's Audacity or Adobe Audition or it's WavePad or whatever, or Reaper. You've got to learn how to use it. Be confident in using it so that you are not sort of blindsided when someone says, I'd like to book you and your voice. You're thinking, oh, great, but I don't know how to work my equipment. Make sure you know how to do it. Make sure you know how to do your editing. So it's really not about the sound of your voice very much. Okay, it plays a role, but it's a minor role. The most important thing is what you do with it and how you do it. Those are the key kind of pointers, if you like, to you. So don't ring up an agency or a voiceover coach and say, is my voice suitable for it? Because they're just going to go, look, every voice is suitable, potentially, but are you a suitable person? That's the most important thing. Are you willing to do all of those things? If you are, you stand a very, very good chance of getting into the business, no matter what your voice sounds like. If you're not, and you're just thinking, it's all about my voice, that's what it's all about. Well, it's not. Just because you got a good one, whatever that is, doesn't mean you're going to go out there and get some work. Okay, so I've waffled on a bit today. I didn't mean to, and I've probably taught you some things that maybe you knew anyway, but I think it's worth reiterating and always think that if you're getting into the business, and even if you've just started, go back to those pointers and think, okay, well, I need to sort myself out with my recording or my marketing or even my script reading. Just do that. Okay, thanks very much for watching today. Look after your voice and see you next time.